These last 2 years have been such a great period of experimentation for me. My life was always so crammed with seeing my friends and running around and professional responsibilities and family responsibilities. And all of a sudden, COVID kind of put a lid on all of that stuff. My time in the studio got a lot more still and a little bit quieter in a really positive way. And I started spending more time outdoors, but actually being more present and really seeing it. It really had a pivotal change in my practice, both in terms of what I was thinking about painting, and the time gave me the freedom to experiment on different surfaces. My work is very gestural. So discovering how the paint moves on an aluminum surface was just so amazing for me. And how your gesture changes, whether you're painting on rough canvas or smooth or glass. And I do a lot of work on paper. So all those things allow me to change scale and allow my gesture to move in a different way. So yeah, I feel like there are endless possibilities in painting. Lately, my subject matter has changed not only because I'm thinking about outdoor spaces and the landscape, but it's also much more infused with memory. I started thinking about how we treat the land and thinking about what are the natural evolutions in our planet, what things should naturally disappear, and what things are being accelerated by our own relationship to the world. And so I started researching extinct plants, mushrooms, trees, the invisible network underneath our feet, and then coming back to the studio and making these fantastical landscapes, which are kind of a compressed timeline of things it's impossible to have these landscapes. They could never have existed, because they reference things that never existed, things that are extinct, and things you could find today. And that's what I use as my jumping off point. And then they become also just joyful paintings, I hope. I really enjoyed working on making this print with King and McGaw. The painting is my memory of walking in the shallows in California with my dad. And between the tide pools and the shoreline of the ocean, there was all this life at your toes. And we would always just walk along staring at our feet. And I would be like, what's this, Dad? And can you tell me what this is? And can you tell me what that is? And so I was thinking about that, walking through something and how much more closely we're looking at things. And in terms of the process of making this print, it was fantastic. I got to go and see all the different ways to make prints and all the different things we could explore. Nothing was prohibited. I could do whatever I wanted. So that was really exciting. And how I work is very gestural, really physical. And it's really important to me that you see the mark of the hand. So they very kindly let me do a print series that started with a digital print. And they let me pick the paper, which had the deckled edges that I love. So it was a digital print, then a silkscreen process, because I've always found silkscreening really beautiful. And then at the end, I finish it myself by hand with acrylic paint on the top. Also, my practice has a lot of repetition. So the repetition of doing a series like this, where I'm always trying to make the same mark, was really challenging and really fun at the same time.